Infrastructure Minister Stephenson King, speaking at Thursday's pre-cabinet press briefing, says St. Lucia's roads and bridges remain largely intact despite strong winds and rains associated with Hurricane Beryl.
I must indicate that we have no major infrastructure damage. No major infrastructure damage. Much of our response was about clearing of roads, fallen trees, unblocking of culverts and drains, really minor incidents of interruption. In one or two cases, we were called upon to at least clear up some of the waterways, ravines, etc. But generally, we seem to have survived quite nicely.
But the island's coastline, particularly the southwest communities, took a bashing from Beryl, with jetties and coastal defences seriously damaged. Prime Minister Philip J. Pierre says the small island states of the Caribbean cannot sustain such losses. He called on the industrialized nations, the culprits of climate change, to own up to their responsibility to finance the rehabilitation, mitigation and adaptation efforts.
The time for talk is over. I think the developed countries must put their resources and their money where their mouth is. The scientists have made it clear. The disaster that happened in Grenada and in St. Vincent, that disaster can only be solved by resources, money, nothing else. It can't be solved by goodwill again. It can be solved by resources and money. And if international countries help Grenada and the United Workers' Party want to call it bribery, that's their business. I think there is need now for us to have almost a Marshall Plan, where when these things happen, there is instant support, both for adaptation and for mitigation.
Prime Minister Philip J. Pierre noted that this is just the beginning of what is predicted to be an active Atlantic hurricane season. He says St. Lucia and the region should speak with one voice on the existential threat posed by climate change. Stanley Lucian for the HS News Force.